Things are heating up fast in the UFC's middleweight division. Nassourdine Imavov has finally broken his silence on why he turned down a fight with rising star Caio Borralho, a matchup many fans believed was a no-brainer. Borralho, who remains undefeated in the UFC and has been climbing the ranks with strong performances, has been vocal in calling out Imavov. For months, he's taken shots on social media, trying to stir a response from the French-Algerian fighter. Now, Imavov has responded, and he's not holding back. In a video shared by Championship Rounds, Imavov explained in French why he declined the matchup, and he made it very clear. He doesn't see Borralho as worthy competition. According to Imavov, Borralho is all hype. He'll get knocked out, he'll go to sleep, Imavov said bluntly. Then they'll just say, well, he was ranked number 1. Imavov isn't buying into Borralho's momentum. He believes the Brazilian is trying to fall forward, taking a high-risk, high-reward fight to gain clout, even if it ends in defeat. That's how they manage their careers, Imavov stated. Falling forward is better than falling backward. But wait your turn. Coming off a huge win over former champion Israel Adesanya, Imavov is now the division's top-ranked contender. While there's no official word yet on his next fight, rumors are swirling about a potential interim title bout if current champ Dricus du Plessis can't defend his belt against Khamzat Chimaev. Meanwhile, Imavov is clearly staying ready. He recently posted intense training footage on Instagram, showing off lightning-fast hands, clean footwork, and deadly precision, proof that he's preparing for something big. With the Borralho fight seemingly off the table, the spotlight shifts to what's next. Will the UFC find Borralho another high-profile opponent, or will they keep trying to push this matchup? Either way, the tension isn't dying down. Borralho, for his part, fired back quickly. On X, he wrote, "This guy is delusional. You're tripping out of fear. All that just to not sign the contract." The war of words continues, and fans are eating it up. In the closing seconds of his intense bout against Ricky Simon, Merab Dvalishvili found himself locked in a deep-mounted guillotine choke, a potentially fight-ending position that had fans on the edge of their seats. But instead of tapping out, Merab did what he does best. He powered through with unmatched grit, heart, and sheer toughness. He survived the round, went on to win the fight, and firmly cemented his reputation as one of the toughest fighters in the bantamweight division. That kind of heart doesn't go unnoticed, and it certainly didn't escape the eye of Conor McGregor. The Notorious took to social media to give a rare shout-out to the reigning bantamweight champion, saying, "And now, years on, the reigning, defending UFC world machine, Magnificent Merab, is a star." Coming from McGregor, who's built his career as much on sharp jabs and call-outs as on knockout power, that's high praise. When Conor McGregor calls you a star, the MMA world pays attention. Interestingly, this isn't the first time McGregor has shown respect for Dvalishvili. Back in January, after Merab successfully defended his title against rising contender Umar Nurmagomedov, McGregor again took to social media to give him props. The win was especially notable given Umar's ties to the Nurmagomedov legacy, Khabib's family. And considering Conor's long-standing rivalry with Khabib, many fans speculated that McGregor saw the victory as a symbolic win against the Dagestani camp. Regardless of the motive behind the compliments, the admiration feels genuine. Dvalishvili, dubbed the Machine, has become one of the most respected fighters in the sport thanks to his relentless cardio, smothering pressure, and indomitable will. And now, with McGregor's public support, his profile is rising even higher. Could this be the beginning of an unexpected alliance between two very different fighters? Or is it simply a mutual nod of respect between warriors who understand what it takes to survive and thrive in the octagon? Only time will tell. But for now, one thing is clear. Merab Dvalishvili has earned a powerful fan, and that's no small thing in a sport where respect is hard-earned and rarely given. Alex Pereira is ready for redemption. After his recent loss to Magomed Ankalaev, the former light heavyweight champion opened up during a Brazilian talk show appearance, giving fans an inside look at what went wrong and what's coming next. Ankalaev's game plan was clear: pressure Pereira against the fence and neutralize his devastating striking. It worked. The Dagestani fighter didn't land massive shots or inflict serious damage, but he controlled the pace, the space, and ultimately, the fight, earning a decision victory and the UFC light heavyweight title. For Pereira, it wasn't the physical toll that hurt most. It was the nature of the defeat. "I wasn't badly hurt," he said. "I didn't take major damage. But I also couldn't do what I came to do: fight." In Pereira's view, the loss sends a dangerous message to fighters that risk-averse, stalling styles can win titles. "It's a style that avoids the fight instead of embracing it," he explained. Still, he's not making excuses. "I knew what he brought to the table. We had a plan, but it didn't work." With a rematch officially set for August, Pereira is laser-focused on making adjustments. He's reviewing the fight, refining his approach, and preparing to come back with new tactics and a fresh mindset. "I'm going to make some adjustments for the rematch, and I'll be back much better. You can count on it," he said confidently in Portuguese. So the question now falls to the fans. Can Pereira adapt and overcome Ankalaev's smothering style? Or will Ankalaev prove once again that strategy and control can outmatch raw power and striking precision? One thing's for sure: August is going to be explosive. In what could be the biggest fight of the year, Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall might finally be happening. Just yesterday, the MMA world went into a frenzy after Tom Aspinall hinted in a YouTube video that he had a fight officially booked, but couldn't yet reveal the opponent or the date. Speculation ran wild. Was he still chasing Jon Jones? Or was the interim champ moving on to someone else? Now, a bombshell report has emerged. According to none other than Chael Sonnen, the long-awaited heavyweight clash between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall is not only happening, it's already signed and sealed. Speaking on ESPN's Good Guy, Bad Guy, Chael dropped the news with his usual confidence. "I'm confident enough to tell you that fight is done. Agreed, all the way down to the date," Sonnen declared. According to Chael Sonnen, the phone rang, and Jon Jones said, "Yes, that's right." While the UFC has yet to make anything official, Sonnen claims that behind closed doors, Jon Jones has already accepted the fight with Tom Aspinall. If true, that sets the stage for one of the most anticipated heavyweight clashes in UFC history. This isn't just another title fight, it's the battle of eras. On one side, you have the most dominant light heavyweight in history, now reigning as the heavyweight king, Jon Jones. On the other, the surging, well-rounded wrecking machine known as Tom Aspinall, the current interim champ who's been steamrolling his way through the division. Experience versus hunger. Legacy versus momentum. This fight could decide who the real baddest man on the planet is. And if it lands during International Fight Week this July, as Sonnen suggests, we're talking about a main event worthy of the biggest stage in MMA. So fight fans, who are you riding with? Will Jones defend his throne and further cement his legendary status? Or is Aspinall ready to snatch the torch and take over the heavyweight division? Sound off, because this one's heating up fast, and it looks more real than ever. In a move that could reshape how fans experience the UFC, the promotion's current broadcast deal with ESPN is set to expire in 2025, and the speculation has been swirling. Could the UFC land with Amazon Prime, Apple, or even Netflix? Well, for those hoping Netflix would become the new home for the Octagon, there's some news, and it's probably not what you wanted to hear. The UFC's next media rights deal is shaping up to be a game-changer, one that could redefine how fight fans watch the sport for years to come. Whether it ends up with Amazon, a return to ESPN, or somewhere completely new, one thing is clear: Whoever lands this deal won't just be broadcasting fights. They'll be shaping the future of MMA viewership. So, what do you think? Would you rather see the UFC on Netflix, known for its blockbuster events and streaming dominance? Or should they stick with a traditional sports platform that understands the week-in, week-out grind of the UFC calendar? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. Now let's wrap things up with something that has the entire MMA world talking. New Khamzat Chimaev grappling footage has just dropped, and it's terrifying. Yes, the wolf is back, and he's hungrier than ever. With current middleweight champ Dricus du Plessis reportedly sidelined due to injury, the division is wide open, and at the center of the chaos stands Khamzat Chimaev, one of the most dangerous and unpredictable fighters on the planet. His next potential opponent? None other than red-hot contender Caio Borralho. While the fight isn't officially confirmed yet, sources say it's close, and judging by the training footage that just surfaced, Chimaev is ready for war. In the clip, he's seen going through intense grappling rounds with elite training partners. The speed, the pressure, the precision, it's all back. Every transition is crisp, his top control is suffocating, and that trademark Khamzat aggression, it's in full effect. He's not just training, he's making a statement. If this bout happens and Chimaev gets the W, there may be no denying him a shot at UFC gold. A win would extend his undefeated streak and launch him straight to the top of a division that's crying out for a new king. But let's not sleep on Borralho either. The man's on a serious run, and he's been calling for a big name. Now he might just get the biggest test of his career. If this fight materializes, we're looking at a high-stakes showdown that could define the next generation of UFC middleweights. So, fight fans, strap in. If Khamzat's recent training is anything to go by, we're in for something special. The wolf is hunting again, and the title may be in his sights. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for all things MMA, and don't forget to drop your thoughts below. Is Chimaev ready to dominate Borralho and chase gold? Could Borralho pull off the upset? From Imavov's bold rejection to Pereira's redemption arc to the massive Jones vs. Aspinall development, what a wild week it's been in the fight game.